Welcome to another edition of Fashion Forensics. In this episode, we will be examining another beautiful garment from the Geneva collection. Hi, I'm Sally from dressmakerstudio.com, and today we will be examining the Bertha collar tea dress. The dress is made of midnight blue silk shantung with organza collar, lace insert, and falls at mid-calf. How did it get its name? The word Bertha is an anglicized version of the French word berthe, which is a deep falling collar attached to the top of a low-necked dress. It was very popular during the Victorian era and was used to frame the neckline and show off the shoulders. Here is a version from 1931 and one from the 1950s. This modern Bertha collar is about 5.5 inches at the widest point. It goes past the shoulder line about 3 inches. It has a lift at the shoulders of about 3/4 of an inch and dips deeply below the bust line, which is here. It's a double collar of silk organza. Chantilly lace insert, 3-inch belt. It's very difficult to see the lines of the dress with the belt on, so I'm going to remove the belt and we'll examine it a bit more closely on the table. We have a shaped waistline. The bust waist darts are somewhat diagonal, and it has side bust darts as well, and box pleats all the way around. As you can see, the front of the waistline is about 2 inches above the natural waistline. This creates a beautiful, graceful look, especially when the woman is walking. It's very trimming. I've used this many times while designing custom garments. Let's take a closer look at the table. This dress was made between 1958 and 1963. I was able to research this through a guide to identifying International Ladies Garment Workers Union labels in vintage clothing. I'll leave a link in the description below. The Miss America label inside the dress, I believe, came from the Joseph Bancroft and Sons company that produced fibers, including synthetics, dresses under different labels, and were the primary sponsors of the Miss America pageant from the 1940s to the 1960s. The wide collar of silk organza, see how it splits in the back, 2 layers, and the less than 1/4 inch seam allowance is perfectly cut. The lace insert that is backed with organza and a rayon lining, which we'll see shortly. The diagonal waist darts and bust darts on the side seam. Shaped waist. There are back waist and back neck darts. A long lapped zipper that is metal. One hand-knotted belt loop at center front and box pleats. There's a center front seam, and the box pleats at center front to the waist dart in the front meet. The remaining box pleats overlap so that the skirt is small enough to fit into the waistline of the bodice. The entire skirt was made from only 2 panels of cloth, so there are no side seams. At the natural waistline at center back, where there is a seam and the zipper is 9 inches, which is quite long. A hook and eye is at the back of the neck. There are 2 pieces of elastic with a hook and eye that reach from the top of the lace insert under the arm, around the body, and hook in the back. This will hold the dress close to the body. A safety pin for added security, and you can see that this panel was sewn in by hand, as was the collar. Collars were often sewn in by hand during this era so that they could be easily removed from the dress and laundered independently. The seam allowance is serged and clipped to fit the neckline and tacked down into the body. There are lingerie straps, an additional security so that this wide-neck dress does not shift off the shoulder. The entire bodice is interlined with silk organza to give this dress more body and wrinkle less. And here we can see the thread tacks holding the seam allowance of the collar down, all stitched by hand. You can see that the zipper is wrapped with hem tape. The waist seam has hem tape to prevent fraying, and most of the seams are pinked. The sleeve, however, is only stitched several times to keep the fabric from fraying. The skirt is framed with silk organza for about 12 inches. This helps prevent wrinkling and pads the box pleats so that they don't get crushed. The hem is 3 inches deep with hem tape and a slant hem. The selvage is down center front and clipped where necessary. The sleeve has a 1-inch hem treated the same way as the skirt hem. Taking a look at the belt, I find it interesting that the buckle is on the left side. It also has a hook and eye. It's a beautiful shape, 3 inches at the widest and about 2 inches at the center back. The belt is made of the same silk shantung as the dress. During the era of this dress, fine hotels and better department stores like John Wanamaker's often had tea rooms where women would meet. The etiquette of that era was to dress in your finest garments, often with hats and gloves. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of Fashion Forensics. If you have, please give us the thumbs up and subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about the art of fine dressmaking, check out our website at dressmakerstudio.com. We have a lot more in store to share with Fashion Forensics, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.